Hello, this is Dan Terrence, host of Embrace the Journey. This is video update number 12, and it's actually being taped on November 4th, even though I put this presentation together on Halloween. I taped it on Halloween. It wasn't good enough for production, but I still have to keep happy belated Halloween because my first kind of quick hit was about, did you celebrate? It was supposed to be, will you celebrate? But it ends up being, did you celebrate Halloween? And in the US, about 2/3 do. Most hand out candy, but you can see other activities, popular Halloween activities like carving a pumpkin or dressing your pet in a costume. Added one at the bottom called Stand-Up Comedy Night for amateurs like my wife and I, who signed up for a comedy class on our anniversary back in September, and on week 7, a live show. So on Halloween night, the day Milwaukee got 5 inches of snow, we performed live stand-up comedy in front of an audience of about 50 people. For those who came out, thank you. Appreciate your support. And for those who didn't make it, there will be another time. I think we're signing up again. December 19th seems to be the date. All right, let's get into the energy industry update. This week, I want to talk about an organization that I'm part of. It's here in Milwaukee, called Midwest Energy Research Consortium. Really started off about a decade ago. 3 universities and 4 industrial customers really wanted to collaborate on research to look at future products, future innovation. Today, membership has grown to over 90 companies, and they're all focused in the energy, power, and controls industry. And here in Wisconsin, that makes up 900 companies, over 100,000 industry jobs, and $38 billion of annual sales. So it's really a kind of a cluster of companies here in Wisconsin that target really manufacturing products and services in the energy, power, and controls industries. This organization has 3 core pillars that it uses to give benefits back to its members and to the industry in large. The first one is the technology innovation, which is really back to its core of research. 3 main research areas right now. Initiatives include advanced manufacturing systems, extreme power conversion, and systems intelligence. The middle group is market insights, where there have been created about 6 roadmaps, a lot of information on size of the market, the products and services that make up the revenue shares in those markets, and that's shared with members. There are also 5 working groups that go and continue to dive into the issues in each one of these segments. Again, it allows members to network and communicate and think about the market and how to create the new products and services for the future. That really helps drive increased revenue and increased job creation, for the industries. You can see the 5 areas there, including like industrial energy efficiency, the energy water nexus, smart cities, distributed energy, construction engineering, and the one that I'm a co-chair on, which is the public policy committee. Lastly, the 3rd pillar is about talent development, because if you're creating a growing industry, you need the talent to back it up. First, they have an accelerator called Workbench Labs. Over 30 companies have completed the Workbench Labs Accelerator program over the last 3 or 4 years, which has raised now $14 million for these companies and created over 145 jobs. The second piece is an energy innovation, technology, and training facility. They were just awarded over $800,000 grant, which is going to be also using matching funds of another $800,000, and building really this training facility at the location at the old Tower Automotive Building, and is going to create jobs or produce 100 people trained in these specific areas, preferably kind of in manufacturing, for companies that are supporting this element. So 100 new jobs each year I think for the next 3 or 4 years. So some really great stuff, and I thought I would alert people to this opportunity. They have quarterly member meetings and other activities, webinars and such that are really great information based for our industry. So you should look into the Midwest Energy Research Consortium. Last topic today, our mentor topic. Fast goals are better than smart goals. This is from an article from MIT. And for those of you who have talked to me about goals, you may know I'm not necessarily a believer in goals. And not that I'm not a believer in goals. I think we need to have them. But it's wrought with potential downfalls. For instance, you set a goal that's too high and you have no way of ever getting there, then, why try so hard? Same if your goal is too easy, you hit it too early in the year, and then you can just kind of coast the rest of the year. I mean, it's really tough. And then when you tie compensation or bonus to these goals, then it makes it even that much more challenging to set the right things, because you are going, when you set a goal and especially put money to it, it's going to motivate people in a way to get that goal the way it's written. And it's not always consistent with the way your company or your division or your department wants that person to act. And when you're setting these goals in November, December, it's hard to know what's really going to be happening 12 to 14 months away. So goals there's a lot of potholes along the way. But I thought this article really pointed out some, I think a couple areas in the way they talk about fast goals that provide more insight and better goal setting than normal goal setting. Smart goals are good. If you're going to set goals, smart's good. Fast might be better. Then we hit the fast. The F is frequently discussed. So goals should always be kind of embedded in ongoing discussions, top of mind. Too often we set the goals, they're in our performance reviews one year, we look at them a year later. It's not easy enough. So if goal isn't worth talking about it more frequently than that, then maybe it's not worth having. A is ambitious. So this should be difficult but not impossible. And so that's part of the trouble with other goals. But I think what we need to do is, as you're revisiting frequently discussed, you can look at the ambitiousness of those goals and be able to tweak those. Specific is the same as the S in SMART. You need to have goals that do have some concrete metrics or milestones that you can point to determine whether you're achieving your goal or not. And last, transparent. If they're always a secret, then they're much better if they're out in public for everyone to see, and it creates an environment where people are together working in collaboration towards common goals. So fast goals better than smart goals, and I like the concept. Thought I would share it today. That is the end of Embrace the Journey for another week. I'm going to be on vacation last 2 weeks in November. May try to get one more of these out before vacation. Otherwise, I might only get one in this month. So I will have to work on that. Thank you very much. Have a great day.